Now I'd like to show kind of a cool trick using masking. So if I click on my character here, go to the wrench modifier, or the modifier, I should say. If I look at it from the side, so let me go ahead and turn on my image planes. And if I look at it from the side, remember that problem we had kind of the arm is a little difficult to see what's going on. Even if we go into wireframe, it's kind of hard to see what's going on because there's so much kind of stuff getting in the way. So what I can do is I could isolate the arm. What I mean by that is I'm going to hit Tab. I'm going to go into vertex mode. I'm going to drag select over all of these vertices, okay, for the arm. And now I'm going to create a mask. Okay, so if I go to modifier properties, I'm going to come here. I'm going to say mask. And the idea is that I want to kind of hide this arm or just see the arm by itself. That way I can kind of align it better from the side view. Now, how do I save that selection of vertices? Well, the way that I do that, and I'm going to come back to this in a second, the way that I do that is I'm going to go down here to Object Data Properties, and it's what's called a vertex group. If you think about these as a bunch of vertices, which they are, okay, that's vertex group. So I'm going to hit a new one. I'm going to name this arm. And then I'm going to, with these selected, I'm going to say assign that to the arm. Now I want to make sure that they're all selected. Now I have to be careful because if I selected it in shaded mode, you'll see that the backside is not selected. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I'm in wireframe mode. And now I can drag select over all of them. And let's see, yeah, like that. There we go. I don't have any down there. I can see that they're yes, they are all selected. And now I'm going to assign them. And now that is assigned to this. So now, how do I use that? Well, let's go back to our modifier. And you can see that it's asking, hey, what vertex group do you want? And I'm going to say, you know what? I want the arm. Now, if I go into object mode, so I'm going to hit tab and go into object mode, I can see that I have the arms isolated, which is pretty cool because now if I go to the side, you can see that I can kind of see that without getting messed up with everything else. Okay. The other thing too is that if I want to swap this and just see the body, I can hit this button right here and it's going to swap it. Now I can see the body. Unfortunately, you know, I obviously still see the arm here, like in the image, but I feel like as far as my geometry is concerned, I just see that. So now I can swap it back. And now I could probably do my proportional editing on this. So if I hit tab, I can see this. But I guess the problem with this is that it only works in object mode. Okay, so I feel like if I come in here and if I select something and even if if I alter this, so now if I move this, I can move it. But if I want to see that just by itself, I would have to go back to object mode. So maybe I do that. Maybe I go like this. I just kind of alter this slightly. And again, you can kind of see what a mess, I mean, it looks like trying to see it with all of that stuff going on, all of those points, it gets a little bit difficult to view that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best here to just kind of align that. There we go. Okay, cool. Now I feel like if I go to object mode, if I hit tab, I can see that, aha, my arm looks better aligned to that. It's a little bit easier to see. Now if I press 1, I could again, see this, how it looks here, and I think it's looking pretty good. Again, if I want to actually edit it, if I hit tab, I can see that the whole object appears. But at least it's kind of a neat trick that you could, you know, that you can temporarily hide parts of the model to help get it, you know, to kind of help align your alignment process. And I think the arm is a good area where that could be, you know, that could come in handy. So again, just kind of a quick tip, just kind of a nice trick to see that alignment using the mask. And if, and again, if I didn't want it, I could just hit this X here and I could X out of it. If I wanted to apply it, you can see when apply is not available. That means that you have to be in object mode before you can apply anything. Now, in this case, the mask, it wouldn't matter, but I could, if I applied the mirror, then it would kind of make it permanent, and it would no longer kind of having that mirroring capability like normal. So just kind of just introducing you to the concept of these modifiers and kind of how they work. So the mask modifier for the arm.